going to be a lot of people waiting on us.
Like, hey, all three people.
All right.
Welcome back. 3 subscribers.
That's how ours are, you know. We'll upload some random videos and then
We are live.
hey, it shows me that you're live on my cracked cell phone.
What?
Yeah, you're thinking
What? What?
Huh?
All right. We're live. Welcome to the super early morning late edition. This camera's throwing me off. We have special guests tonight with Build One More. Everybody,
Here we are.
Everybody give a round of applause to Build One More.
Do it for myself. David, Frank.
Yeah. Why don't
Dr.
you
Deere.
tell us a little bit about yourselves?
All right. Well, like long walks on the beach.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
No. Yeah, it's just a gearhead, man. I guess since like I was able to walk, and fixing and building cars. It's always been the Toyota Supra for me. It's been like my dream thing, and then that's how I kind of found your guys' video. Was like, there's no new Supra content, and seeing Randall struggle with his, you know, it's like, all right, you know, I'll watch this guy, and then that's what. Like I've had my channel active for probably 7 years, and I uploaded a video 7 years ago of a Camaro that I built, which has got the most views of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like all the crap I come in and out of, I never really filmed or recorded. I was like, nobody wants to see that. And then last year I decided somebody wants to see that, and you know, just kind of turning it from there. Try to do something at least once a week, and that's not hard to do. Apparently, I live an interesting life, and I'm always doing something with cars.
Yeah. And I bet it helps to work in a garage too. You know,
Yes.
Oh
man, it really does. Which some of it makes it kind of tedious from time to time. It takes away the passion from you know, working on your own stuff or just, you know, helping out a buddy. It's like, you know, having like, let's say 2 weeks ago, my whole week consisted of almost resealing a Cadillac on the crappy North Stars. And then, you know, we have to work on his Civic, and it's like, man, I don't want to do nothing when I get off work. I just, you know.
He didn't have to. He volunteered. I just want to clear that last sentence up. That last statement was partially false.
Yeah.
Now, did you know Randall before the channel, like from like Super Forums or anything like that?
Not at all. He's told me his Super Forum names, but it's been so many years, and it was kind of weird. Like when we were talking, you know, because I think we've crossed paths at least once in the past, you know, on the forums. But you know, I was 17 and 18, and that's been a lifetime ago. You know, I remember I bought my first one. Let's see, I was 18 years old. It was right before my son was born. And I had years before that seen this thing sitting behind a car lot, you know, and I always kind of remembered it. Like me and my dad found it together, really being somewhere we weren't supposed to be, looking for Honda parts. And I talked him into selling it to me, and it was you know, learning the 7M in and out and realizing I bought mine pre-rod knock, so you know I didn't have to experience that. I just bought it, and it was doing it. And and I had it for a few weeks or a few months, and then right after Nolan was born, sold it to a good friend of mine, and he just completely tore it apart, destroyed it, and I bought it back right after I got married, which was a year later, and he gave it to me with a steering wheel. You know, he's like, "You can have the car back," you know, and put a motor in it. And that's when I learned how, you know, the 7Ms work, and I broke a pressure plate the first time getting a transmission off of one of them because I didn't realize the fork just slides off. And I was like, "You bastard," you know. But the Super Forums, you know, definitely a big help. So I'm sure at some point we have had of, you know.
Yeah, cool. I think Randall, you look like you're doing gymnastics with your phone. If you guys can, go ahead and share the link from the live video to wherever.
Yeah.
See if we can get some people watching.
Well, anyway, let's see right here. Dave likes Supras. I like Supras. I was a DSM guy. I hated Honda people.
I'm
hated Honda people.
Really? But you have Hondas.
But now I'm a Honda guy.
What's funny is, okay, at the point of me and him really started hanging out, I had Hondas, and I think he had a Eclipse, and then he had a 240 or something, and then the roles completely swapped. I got in the 240s, and he bought like an old Civic from me, and hey, look, oh no, that's weird. That's trippy. I look down at my phone and I'm talking. I'm like, look at that big ass head.
I've had a total of 3 Mitsubishis, DSMs, basically.
What were the
I had a 95 Eclipse. It was just
420A?
Yeah, it was just in the
Oh!
And then I actually got rid of that to get the Conquest. I was like maybe 18 at the time. And then say about 8 years ago, I had a 91 Plymouth Laser Turbo with 4G63. That was a
Nice.
That was a fun car. Yeah.
I remember the first time I seen one of those where I was asking what was it, because remember we worked in Moultrie, and that red one come by, that stereo on, it's like whoosh.
Oh,
they're slow. Don't let anybody tell you that they're fast.
Let me tell you something.
They are so slow.
Okay, fun fact is the Starion is actually the first turbo car I've ever rode in my life.
Oh,
and,
really?
A guy in the town that I live in now in Coolidge, Georgia, and this is 16. So how long was that was 16 years ago. So he had it out by the road for sale. I remember it had $1,200 on it. It was a gold wide body, and we were just infatuated with it. And the guy gave us he's like, here's the keys, go drive it. And I just remember thinking, this damn thing is moving, it's the best car I've ever seen in my life. And that was one me and my brother Levi couldn't talk our parents into. They're like, no, it's gonna be too fast. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And
they make cool noises.
They do. I mean, our buddy JC he had a chance to buy his back. I think he got it last November or so. He tracked it down, and the guy just pulled it apart and sold it back to him with 2 motors and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same for yours, right? Like you end up selling yours and buying it back?
No. It's such a horrible story. I was getting ready to go to college, and my parents didn't want me to take it to college with me because they didn't think it was reliable, which, I mean, they were right.
Yeah.
So, I got a car to take to college and everything, and about a week or 2 weeks before I graduated college, Dad calls me up and tells me he sold the car for $1,000. And I was like, ooh, damn. That's dirty.
That's messed up.
yeah. But I mean, it was sitting in his driveway. I wasn't doing nothing with it. So he had, pretty much every right to get rid of it, but it still sucked. But then I don't know, maybe 10 years later, I was working a second job at Advance Auto Parts, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this white car come pulling up the road, and I was like, man, that thing looks familiar. And it pulled up in the parking spot, and I don't know if you've ever noticed, but on the front bumper of mine, there's an Apex I sticker.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that it was on the front bumper. And I was like, man, there's no way that can be mine. So the guy comes in, and I start talking to him. I said, I think that's my car. He's like, well, yeah, we bought it local here over by such and such place. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And I went and took a look at it, and sure enough, it was my car. So he's like, awesome. You want it back? I was like, yeah, let me talk to the wife. And
did he raise the price on you, or did you get it back?
Oh yeah, no. I bought it back for like $2,500.
That's not bad. It's like, if you want it, it's going to be about $6,000.
$2,500, and this car is the SHP, the special handling package. So from the factory, those come with wider wheels. He took the wider wheels off and put the normal wheels on, and still sold it to me for $2,500.
Damn.
He's like, inflation.
Yeah. I've always liked the story on wheels on MK3 Supras. I always thought for a stock option that was a fantastic wheel.
Yeah, definitely. I'm never gonna change them.
Yeah.
Unless it's to get the wider ones back, but they're like the price of gold. Like they go for like $1,800 for a set.
What's nuts is I remember those wheels selling for $150 a set. Nobody wanted them, and then one guy put them on a Supra and put it on the forums. It was probably Randall, and the prices all went up.
Randall doesn't look
like
very
these do
happy.
look great.
So yeah, Bill. For those of you that are watching Build One More, they have a YouTube channel. You should go subscribe to them. They just put out a video. Your latest video was when you were going to Cars and Coffee, right?
Yeah, the Cars and Coffee.
And Frank raced a
NSX.
Yeah,
I defeated
that to me. I did not expect that.
Hey, I'm in the back doing my best to keep up with it, right in the Del Sol. I'm like, there's no effing way. And then I thought at least he'd come back around, at the top of 55. He'd get passed by it, but it totally didn't happen.
That was so. What did you do to that car? You swapped the motor, right?
It's a 2.4 liter block that they cut the oil pump to fit K20 oil pump to fit a K24 block.
It's out of an 07 TSX, so we used the block and the head and the cams out the TSX. Used his head off his K20 Z3
for flow purposes.
And I used his oil pump, which the internet will tell you won't fit. I just made it fit. Now we wanted an RSX oil pump to begin with because they can turn like 10,000 RPMs without cavitating the oil real bad. Yeah. And they're on back order. Humble Performance owns like everyone in the country at the moment.
They were like, yeah, you can get one in June.
Yeah, you can buy it now as soon as you get in June. And we were trying to get the car on the road as soon as possible. Yeah. So with the factory Z3 being able to turn 8,200 without issue, I was like, this oil pump be perfect. The only thing you really notice about it is a little different because they have a weird dampener made onto the oil pumps in the K24s and the K20s. And it kind of helps balance the motor out, whereas the RSXs are a little more jagged at idle, I guess you could say. And you still feel it slightly because it's a 2.4 rotating assembly, with a 2.0 balance shaft or counterbalance shaft, what do you want to call it. It made it work. I mean, it's got the 07 SI sedan transmission because his locked up completely. It wasn't his fault. I think it lost third gear like a year ago, and he was still driving it. So,
and then you let your friend drive it, and he's just like, "Let's bang third." You're like, "It's not there."
He said it wasn't there. I found it, and then like a week later, just hung up in fourth gear. He called. He's like, "Man, I need a ride. I'm like broke down in the house. It won't move. So we come with this whole plan, and we're like, okay, we'll just finding a transmission. Everyone's very proud of 6-speed Honda Trans or 6-speed anything if you price the T56 or anything like that. So we were like, his wife's SI sedan blew up. She said she was listening to some heavy metal going down the interstate. She didn't hear the motor about to come apart, and it just seized. So we're like, we're gonna pull your transmission, take that block, put that head, this oil pump, those timing chains, that clutch. Like we kind of. If you see the video, we had K-Series crap from one end of the shop to the other. It was like 60 feet of crap, Here's some head, here's some cams, and it was like, man, it was overwhelming a little bit, but it was kind of worth it. It's real fun. Now, in the video that we posted before that, actually took the Nitro Sierra, my dad's truck, and we did a little pull out of Mexico with the K24 car, and I was able to outrun it like a fender. Now, at the top of like 90, he's coming back around because the truck's is not aerodynamic as a brick. So, we're doing his 8th mile pulls, calling it good. But we were waiting for his tuner to come in. And when the K-Pro come in, or the Flash Pro, we put it on the
Honda, sir.
Honda Flash Pro. It made a world of difference. Like, so I'm never going to race him again. I won. That's just all there is to it,
Yeah, you one and done, right?
That's it. I'm done. I win.
I don't like that statement. But
so technically, if you think about it, my Nitro Sierra is faster than an NSX, and that makes me feel good at night. I sleep well. Simple math. This is how we do it.
Randall, you alive over there?
Every about 10 seconds we get a reaction from Randall. We do something funny. He'll just be like, he's like this.
He's frozen in time.
And then you get this.
Oh no! Now you went out. We lost him. It's just me and you now, Randall. Oh, well, I guess I'll just be talking to myself.
Where'd Cheney go?
I don't know what happened. He must have clicked on a button or something. There he is. He's coming back.
Completely dropped off.
Where the heck did you go?
Fell off.
CR start lagging so I don't make too many jokes about that.
Yeah. CNS Internet's like, we're watching, and we're not going to let you get away with that.
I was being in the middle, though, bro. He's
yeah. See, now
Randall's
Randall's in the middle.
spots, Randall.
Yeah, Randall's in the middle. Now we're on the side. It's kind of
I
weird.
wonder if I can. I don't know if I can change it.
I'm just
messing with you, bro.
Yeah. So what's next for the channel? Well, wait. First, let's talk about Cletus and cars. I know you just recently, not kind of recently, went to one.
November.
Yeah, November. Yeah. Was it nerve-wracking going into that burnout pit?
Yes, but only until as soon as I was in it, I was nervous and I was shaky. It's like drag race.
I want to put my 2 cents in on this. So I'm in the truck passenger seat. We're about 10 cars back. David's looking forward at the burnout pit. You look at his hands and they're white knuckling. He's got sweat pouring off his forehead. I look at him like, what's going on, bro? He's like,
I'm having a heart attack.
Said, mercy me.
You can see it, but then it wore off the closer you got. But I'm saying in the beginning, though, it was like, oh, God.
It was just funny sitting there, like watching. I was probably the 12th car in line, and I didn't do a good job of filming that. No one does a good job of filming those things, which is crazy.
You got to pretty much rely on the crowd and stuff like that.
So, as I'm getting close, like everyone's braking. No one's really doing a lot of tire smoke, There was one guy did really well, and the guy that won that in November was in a Mustang, like a SN95 body style, and he managed to do a burnout for 7 minutes straight. I don't know how. He just kept just skating around, and everyone's like, hell yeah, And when he comes past us, he's on fire. He drives out. His car just melting down.
As he passes us, they start screaming, "This fire!" And then by the time we get to the burnout box, his car done burnt completely down.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. And okay, so everyone kept walking past me too, which was nuts. Like James from the Cletus McFarlane channel was like, "Man, you gonna send this thing?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And when I get there, like his buddy, like Jay Diesel, like his daughter is like letting everybody in, like calling the drivers up, Yeah. And, she's like, "You got something planned?" And I'm like, "You bet I do." And here's what I didn't ask anyone, but I had like that 21 gun salute firework in my truck, and so I was like, sometimes better ask for forgiveness than permission.
Exactly.
So I was like, we're gonna try this, and it didn't say anything in the rules about not having fireworks. It does now. It didn't then, but you can't have them now. And so like which was really neat. What sucks is I had it sitting in the center console, like right on my armrest, and when I go in, I tip in really well. It does great. The fireworks going to the back seat, under the seat. I don't have very long arms, so like I'm like skating around a little bit. I'm like rummaging around, and like I even heard Cletus saying that like, "What's he looking for?" Because who knows. At the point, like I'm just standing still doing a burnout. Like I'm off the nitrous. I'm just in the back of the truck, like trying to find this freaking thing. And I flip it around, and I couldn't have been any more perfect because about the time I lit it, stuck it up there, both tires blew out, and then the fireworks started going off.
Yeah.
The crappy part was it was supposed to be nighttime, but because it rained, they pushed everything forward like 3 hours. So it was supposed to be this awesome thing. And I'll tell you, I did not have any intentions of blowing my dad's truck up when I went into that. I was like, I'm going to take it easy. We're just going to have a good time. I had spare tires. I could drive back on the trailer. And then, like, you get in there, and it all hits you. You're like, oh, man, we're going to send this thing to the moon.
The blood pressure from the knuckles released. He was like, I can't let go of the butt.
So, to get the wheel speed I needed, I mean, and the truck's still on the nitrous kit. It's got a 130 shot wet kit. And I stayed on it just for a little bit, and then I probably run 3/4 of the bottle through the engine during that burnout. But I had it in third gear. I was, the speedometer was paid well over 100, and it was awesome. I looked down, it's like all the way in the red, and I'm like, he had that Paul Walker moment. You're like, shut up, and you slam whatever down, just like beating at you. Stop, man. So the truck was like in the red for over half of that burnout, and it finally stops rolling. I mean, the transmission gives up. I'm like, oh, I sense it, it sucks. And then the radiator exploded, which knocked the headlight out, which blew a grill out. It was this whole thing, and I thought it died. Garrett and all them had to help me push the thing off the burnout pad, and it fired right back up in about 5 minutes of cooling down.
Yeah.
And awesome. All I did was do a radiator to it, and it's been fine ever since. I haven't even fixed the grill.
See, the nitrous acted as a fuel system cleaner.
Yeah.
And it just sealed everything back up. It
There
runs even better now.
Every time I spray it, the truck runs better. There's no lie about that.
Yeah.
It used to skip a little.
Not anymore.
Gone, completely gone. It's like seafoam.
Yeah. Extreme seafoam.
Yeah. Levi Chaney is in the chat.
That's my older brother.
I don't know if you can see it.
I think if I went live, if I think I see it on YouTube, I could probably see it.
What do you say? What did Levi say?
Yeah, what did Levi say?
He asked if we can see the comments.
See it on YouTube. Yeah, Levi, we can see him. We're right here.
Yeah. What was it like seeing people you watch on YouTube all the time?
Okay. If you watch, you can see in some of Emilio's videos and Garrett's videos, I'm standing in the background. I don't know what I'm thinking about because I look like I'm a little simple. Because I'm just like standing around. But when they make when they say that Garrett's a baby giraffe, they're not kidding. That guy's intimidatingly tall. It makes no sense. He's a lot younger than me.
Yeah.
But just this is how I felt. I felt like a child because everyone was kind of like talking in a general, but I was like pointing everything directly at him. Like, what's up, bud? And you go for a knuckle bump, and I'm a grown man. I'm 31 years old, but I had to go, what's up, buddy? He's like way up there. But it was really cool. I tell you, the guy that I wanted to meet the most, and I probably had the best conversation with, was Brent Lavestead from the PFI Speed.
PFI Speed, yeah.
And dude, he is the most humble guy you'll ever meet.
He seems like it.
Just really nice.
So for 15 minutes, this guy took his time. I was we just kind of chit chat. Was talking about the channel, and I was talking about his and how much I enjoyed his videos. And then his buddy Tom messed a lot of his videos, which is also I didn't even see him at first, and then I lost my tech card to do the burnout thing. It's out of my pocket. So I had to go back up to the thing. And I'm I really need another one. And the lady's like, "Be serious?" I turned around, Tom's sitting there, and then me and him have a 10-minute conversation. Him and Brent met, and all the crap they've done through the 2000s. And
we put a "Build One More" sticker on the back of Gordo's EF.
Yeah, Gordy's EF.
Did, really?
Yeah. I gave him a sticker. They immediately put it on the back. I gave everyone a sticker that I could, right? And I thought I had a bunch of them. I'm like, man, I got 50 of these things. I got 8, Because legit, I would have just started putting them on random people's cars. Not that it really would have mattered, but it was awesome. Kyle and Wyatt from the Moose Boys, they seemed pretty cool. I had a few conversations with them. It was real short. They were busy.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
I don't know. I hope at some point in all of our lives, we're at that point. People meet us and they're like, "Holy crap, you're those dudes!" And that'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely. You got some questions in the chat. Jason Anderson says, "Did you see Angel Motorsports at the?"
I want to say, listen.
Holy crap!
Had a sticker.
I've never seen an RX-7 ride around for a whole event. We got there at lunch.
No, we got there at 7 in the morning.
And this RX-7, they had an RX-7. I can't remember which one of the brothers.
It was the FD. It was Michael. It was a skinnier one.
This thing did burnouts the whole event, rode around on the rev limiter the whole event, bro. It was just a trooper of an RX-7.
Be within 500 feet of that thing two-stepping, and you feel it here, It's like,
Doritos, son.
Yeah. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I used to have an FD. I was cool once,
Once.
Yeah, once. Like I mean, there's been a handful of times.
It might only last 80,000 miles for that moment.
Yeah.
It keeps on ticking, bro.
That car is insane to see in person. The videos don't do any of their crap justice. One thing I'll say that does the Warburg car that Garrett and them have, like that burnout car, like it's just as cool in person as in the videos. It's not like everyone's always doing this, you know. I guess I'm just deaf or something.
Hey, bro, they laughed at me because we're standing by the burnout box, right?
I hit the face of methanol.
And I'm like, it like just took my breath away, bro. And like just
Start crying.
it's
I'm not crying, you're
hard that when it chops, you can feel it in your chest. Like when it comes by chopping, it's so obnoxious that you feel it. And then the methanol burned my eyes, and he's like, "What a puss." It was funny, bro.
I mean, it was cool. There were people there that I didn't realize. You know, like what's his name?
That pink Escort.
Oh, that pink Escort. That guy. Dude,
I saw the video on that. That thing was pretty sweet.
Haven't seen it like a week before on the Boosted Boys like Facebook page, right? I'm like, this guy's got, you know, we're pulling up in the pits and like we're getting in, like coming to the gates of the Freedom Factory or Brazen Motorsports Park, and I'm like, dude, that's got to be that car. No one else would bring a freaking Escort to an event like this. And I think they're local to you guys. They're South Carolina guys.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, I'm pretty South Carolina or North Carolina. He drove like 16 hours to get down there. And he was one of the few people that made a pass. He only got one, and it well exceeded what he wanted. But that car was insane.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
We're in the process of all driving that car right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Like, do they even make parts for that? Well, I guess for the Escort Cosworth, they'd probably get parts.
That body style Escort in Australia come all-wheel drive. I guess, you know, when you're driving through the outback just smushing kangaroos, you know, like you need all four to get it done.
Good day, mate.
Drinking your Fosters, running over kangaroos.
Little Vegemite, you know, while you're driving. This is great. I'm just going off on things I've seen on Mighty Car Mods, you know.
Levi asked is that a Native American?
This guy back here, he is definitely a Native American.
Listen, Levi, keep your jokes somewhere else.
Yeah, we call him running water. Running water here at the shop, you know.
Running, what do you call it? Running water.
We had this really hillbilly guy drop off some parts from a local salvage yard a few months ago, and he come in and just kind of looked at Frank. He said, "You some kind of Indian?" You know what? Yeah, we're like, yeah, man, like full blood like Cherokee. His name's Running Water. He don't even barely speak English. So, Frank, tell him what you do. He said, work among cars.
Listen.
Work among.
You want to see Native Americans subscribe?
Yeah. As far as like what's next for the channel, I'm actually in the process, or I should be, but you know we've been moving this past week. I did a Texas Speed Cam to a friend of mine's Camaro. I filmed everything up here, just doing that, and we got a little, you know, I don't think we got it before, but it just sounded like your stock L99 SS Camaro. And then I'm gonna do the El Sol video, which was like resurrecting it out of someone's backyard. And which I've already sold that car, so I don't even have it anymore.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah. It was bought just for selling. That's the reason I got it. And
just to flip it.
Yeah. What I get for that? $1,200. Which was crazy for a factory B16 car. And then you know, I got it running. Had to fix a bunch of stuff on it. Cleaned it up the best I could, and I sold it for like $3,000.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find a super. You know, someone out there wants to sell me an 89 up 5-speed. I don't care if it's NA or automatic, or NA or turbo. Like I'll take it. You know. Yeah, he can almost convince me to buy his.
Hey, wrong way.
It's
Come get it. It's in the garage.
I sold my last one.
I'll roll it out in the driveway.
One I had because it had maroon interior. I can't do it. I thought I could look past it. I just couldn't get past it.
Come on. The maroon and white is one of the best color combos ever.
Hey, Levi asked, does Randall talk?
Shadow gray. The shadow gray.
Yes, I would prefer shadow gray or brown to anything else.
The blue is pretty sweet.
Now my first one had blue, and I've had more blue interior Supras than I've had anything else. I've had 2 gray interior. I had an '87 turbo target top that had gray interior, which is beautiful, and then the gray Supra that I had with a 1J swap in it had gray interior. My red one with the big turbo 1J, it had gray interior. That was a fantastic car.
Jason Anderson, thumbs up on that 80s maroon interior.
Hey, okay.
Oh, wait, no, that's a throw up emoji. No,
yeah,
come
it's a throw emoji.
Stop, guys.
Whoops.
Jason, you have to do them like that. Hey, Joe Newberry said, "What's going on, guys? What's up, Joe? How's things in your area?"
What's up, StarQuest Joe? StarQuest Joe is a legend in the Conquest Stereon family.
Yeah. And Levi's not wrong here with this comment. I've had like 30 Supers. I don't know if it's been 30. God, it's been a bunch though. I bought everyone that was in my local. Within a 100-mile radius of me, I bought them all.
And they all became flippers, Dave. Even the nicest of the nicest ones. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, to be fair, my gray one that I had with a 1J in it, like I paid $220 for that car. It was a '92 sunroof car. I'm kicking myself in the butt for ever selling that. It was NA 5-speed. And I had it for like an hour, and a buddy of mine made me too good of a deal. He's like, "I'll give you this S14 and $1,000." And I was like, "Okay." So then he ended up paying me to do a head gasket to the car because it had a blown head gasket. I'd done that, and then 2 weeks later,
to the Supra that you sold him.
Yeah, yeah. So he pays me to fix it, and then he pays me 2 weeks later to put a 1J in it. And then, like a year later, kind of goes by. He's like, "Man, you want to buy this car? I kind of need some money." I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah." So ended up buying the car from him, and he just kind of messed me around on the title. He never give it to me, and I pay for it. It's a good friend for a long time. And turns out what he done was tied it up in a bank loan with his truck and his house. And he was in foreclosure on all of it, and they were looking for the car. So he got quick cash off of me, and the car was kind of on that watch list. So, I wasn't selling it back to him because it was kind of an a-hole thing to do to me. And I couldn't find a good shell at the time, so I sold it to some guy in Atlanta who just took it apart, put everything in his car. I made my money back. Jason says, "Joe got beat by me twice."
Oh. Is there a little rivalry there, Jason and Joe?
Yeah. The $220 gray Supra Levi did find. He called me and said, "Man, this Supra sitting beside this guy's house, and it's in some little podunk town, like 10 minutes from Thomasville." And he told me about it. It was, I was there within like 20 minutes. I can't. You tell me where it's sitting, I'm going to look. Like I drove an hour and a half the other week to try to find those two, and nobody wants to sell them apparently.
I see that they're going up in price just like the StarQuests are too.
Well, it's weird. I assume we're all around the same age, and so we know in the mid 2000s when Hondas are taking off, RX-7s, like FCs, Supras, Starions, all this rear-wheel drive stuff. Everyone was like, "Yeah, man," and like selling for like $1,000 or like a case of beer and a handshake,
Yeah.
And like and to look now, like Randall could legit, you could sell your car for $6,000-7,000 easy, broke, fix it and you get 10 because your car is very clean,
Don't give them any ideas.
I say
it's crazy what even just shells are starting to go for.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Adam, sold a S13 shell last weekend for $3,300. It was a coupe and it had wheels on it. That was it. And the guy was like, "What else can I get?" And he's like, "That's it." And he drove from like South Florida to get it because he couldn't find one any cheaper than that.
Randall can't sell his Supra until we get this T70 on there, because
that's what I'm saying.
If he does sell it before that, Max Beating Rods is going to show up on his doorstep and like put dead cows' heads in his bed or something like that.
I'm telling you, I want to see so much boost in that Supra that 3000 emblem is imprinted into the top of the hood. And just lift the head, just You know, like, yes.
Well, we made what I think it was like what.
That or the transmission is going to release its guts all over the ground.
Those are pretty
Well,
strong from what I understand.
It's going to make for a good video. Just put it that way.
Yes, the destruction videos I think will be the best. Like
Okay.
his EK hatch, like we're gonna take the nitrous kit off the Sierra and steadily pill it until it pops. You know, we're gonna go from 50, 75, 100, and I'm hoping we can hit the 250 mark with the Civic. See if it'll hold it for us. That's all it's got to do. You know, that's gonna be a great one.
Yeah.
Come back, antifreeze pouring out the front of the motor. What's going on here?
I got a question for you guys. The race
What?
between you two at the track. Now, Randall legit said he's like, Scott's gonna outrun me. His car is lighter, has more boost. But you know, what was up with that?
Didn't happen. I told you in the beginning of this, don't let anybody tell you that these cars are fast.
Yeah.
Pre-warned. You didn't read the fine print.
I don't know, man. Like, it could have been the wastegate getting stuck, like not building boost fast enough. I don't know. It was just, it's ever since I've done the rebuild and everything like that. It's always felt like a turd. So I don't know. That's why I'm putting in the standalone and everything, getting rid of all the piggybacks and everything old and bringing it up to date.
Hey, you should just K-swap it.
I should. It's been done twice.
Really? I've seen one with the LS that was twin turbo that was pretty sick, but you know, like
there's a channel called Sleeper Garage, and they K-swap theirs.
Here's a crazy idea. You can blow up the whole internet, right? Take Scott's motor, put it in the Supra, put Randall's motor in the Starion. And everybody be like, that was like the most pointless thing ever.
You actually talked about that.
No, I didn't see Funky Phil parting his car out, Joe. Yes, Jason Anderson, I know it's a G54 problem, but we have a
Hey,
Joe
going back to the drag strip for Darlington.
Yeah.
I did beat the Mach 1.
Yeah.
That's got to count for something.
Did.
Levi, what do you mean? What car are we talking about?
240.
Oh, well, Levi asked me if we were going to trade the 240 for his Civic. That's completely between you and my son. You know, Nolan's 240 is quite a project, and my brother offered him his like 2000 Civic the other day for. He's like, "Look, I'll trade you this running driving car for your shell. That way you can drive it sooner." Which Nolan's got 4 years where he's driving, and you know, they looked at me like, "What do you want him to do?" And I'm like, "I bought him that car. That's his. You know, he can do whatever he wants. He wants to trade for a Civic. That's fine. I'll show him how to build that one. He wants to keep the 240. We'll do that." The plan was to take I got a 6-liter at a machine shop right now, getting like bored out and stuff. And I was gonna put that in the truck, put the 4.8 under the 240.
Give me the 6-liter.
No.
I'll give you the 5.3 out of my Yukon.
Man, I already got a 5.3. It's disappointing enough. Like the 4.8 is a little more fun than the 5.3.
Is it really?
My dad's truck seems much. I say it's my dad's truck. It's my truck. He passed away. The GMC is so much more responsive than the 07. The fact that I managed to outrun him with the 07 was absolutely insane to me.
Listen, they just have the thing for drive-by-wire. I hate it. It's God's sin.
I hate
drive-by-wire.
It's stupid. The delay on drive-by-wire stresses me out.
Yeah,
Right?
it's crazy.
I'm a purist, you know. When I mash that loud pedal, that bitch better move. I don't want it to be like, you know, like you hit the gas pedal and like zeros and ones, they compute it and they're like slowly, you know. I don't like that, man.
Levi's saying he's going to VQ swap the 240. I actually had the thought. It's never going to happen to VQ swap the Conquest.
That would actually be neat. I don't know if anybody's ever done that.
No, I think somebody's actually working on it right now, working on a swap, but
we'll just beat them to it. Man. Me and Frank will come up. We'll just help you guys. All hands on deck.
All right. Yeah.
Like we'll just you know, we'll get some powers and grounds if it's got run on starting fluid. You know, damn it, we're the first ones. You know.
Yeah, but I don't know because like they sound horrible.
I disagree. No, there's some that definitely do, but I had a G35 a few weeks ago that I bought and sold, and it sounded great, but it was like stock. And we have a 350Z out front that's just got no mufflers but MagnaFlow tips on it, and it sounds beautiful. It's actually faster than Frank's car.
It's what?
Faster than the Civic.
By a Fender.
He says by a Fender, but a bone stock with a muffler delete 350Z outrun that case. You know what?
My car's bone stock too, bro. It's all K series. Nothing's aftermarket. It's just a bunch of random K series parts.
Yeah, headers, header, one header.
Just looking at the comments.
Yeah, I got it sitting here next to me, just trying to get an idea.
So, guys that are in the comments that don't know who we're talking to, this is Dave and Frank from Build One More. You should go subscribe to their channel. They have more of a variety than Randall and I. They mess with K series, LSs.
I always mess with K series. Dave builds everybody's car. Dave builds everybody's car. Dave's like, I have no fun cars, but I put my hands on that one.
Okay. Okay, so you guys have watched Marvel's like Infinity War, right? You know, the guy that has to give them the Soul Stone leads others to the thing he can't possess.
Mm.
I'm freaking red face over here, man. He's others to greatness. I saved these poor, beautiful cars from sitting in these backyards and rotting away, and you know, I give them enough love and care that they can walk on their own and just send them into the wild. You know?
You've been there to walk freely.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I got to plug in my computer. Joe says he still wants to turbo LS a Star Quest. Well,
That's a fantastic idea.
If you want to, I got a candidate here. If you want to come down and do it.
Are they legit a forklift motor in those cars?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I see you say it a lot.
Yeah, yep, they are.
I don't know. I feel it was the '80s, but they probably could have done something better with it. You know, like
I mean, the motor itself is not. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, they're not going to make a ton of power. Their heads don't flow or anything like that. But I mean, mine, I've never had a problem with the motor itself. It's just the old technology and all the piggybacks I got. I got 2 piggybacks on it.
That's one of the funniest things about y'all's videos that I know is not intentionally funny, but when you get into your car and it boost cut, I can see that FML look in your face every time.
I know. It's just like I got a big smile here going in the booth, and then pop. I'm like,
you can tell he's in it. And he's smiling. He's like, yeah. And then before the camera cuts, all you see is.
It's so frustrating. I don't know why. It's completely random. I have no idea why it does that, but it's not going to do it anymore. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's absolutely a forklift motor. The forklift had a cast iron head.
This has an aluminum.
Okay.
Yeah. Aluminum.
Okay, it says ask Frank about his bolt-on Eclipse outrunning an FDRX7. So this has been a great debate this week. So the FD that I owned was a twin turbo FD, and like 10 years ago.
It was a red one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the older gentleman that owned it here in town, Frank claims.
There's no claim.
This is a claim.
This is factual. This is a factual statement.
Is it on camera?
It's not. So
it's on. I wish I could pull the traffic cam.
Yeah. So Frank says that he outrun this fella by three cars, and he had a 97 GST Eclipse, slightly bigger turbo, like a TDO. What?
It was a 16G.
16G turbo, stock injectors. A front. No, it wasn't even front mount intercooler at the time. Side mount intercooler,
side
and
mount,
like 26 pounds, and he had the audacity to tell me that his Eclipse outran that RX-7 by 3
See,
cars.
listen, bro. Listen. See, the thing that he's failing to realize, he said stock injectors. Lean is mean. I won that race.
Now, what's crazy is that, and I asked him in all honesty, I was like, do you think that Eclipse would outrun a Vortex Supercharged 350Z? He's like, by no means. And that 350Z is making 500 horsepower. I was like, that's crazy because I outrun a 350Z, which was Levi's. He's going to say,
he's gonna comment right now.
Levi's going to say, no, I didn't.
Now.
But I outrun Levi bad in Valdosta when his car was supercharged. So I don't, my boy over here, fantastic guy. He's beginning to be a great mechanic. But no GST Eclipse outran a FDRX7. Like, I mean, the guy must not have been racing. Frank was doing that flyby, like,
the Ricer flyby.
Yeah.
This is serious base.
Gets out the car wash, lights up a menthol. I was like, I did it.
Bro, you didn't even know, but I got you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, it's an actual thing that happened. See, if we could find the 77-year-old man right now.
Levi said David bumped his head. He's like, because I've talked about this to my brother before. He said we weren't racing. But when you hear a 350Z on limiter, right, and it's just like blowing off at your door when he shifts, you're like, this guy wants the business. And I gave him the sauce going down whatever the hell that street's called in Valdosta, Georgia. So now I'm not like, I've won every race I've ever raced. I've had my ass handed to me quite a few times. But so here's the plan. So if we ever do get big, huge, famous, Frank has to buy another 97 Eclipse, do the exact same crap. And then
you see how he just you see this is what I deal with on a regular basis. The things that I enjoy that bring me happiness are crap.
So I'm gonna have to go in like $30,000 in debt and get another FD. That's home stock, and then
this will be worth about $100K.
Probably. So I just it's gonna be financially irresponsible, but I'm gonna have to recreate this race just to be like, see.
And then as we show up, Levi pulls up beside.
Okay, unless someone watches this in the future, right? We need to get someone with a factory FD that has the sequential turbos taken off and is running them parallel.
We need a GST.
A 97 GST with all the crank walk, stock injectors, and a big ass turbo to come and just let us film you do some stuff. Roller dig, dealer's choice, just y'all's car. We'd like to see it happen.
And then Eclipse value is going to go up about 9 bands, and then they're going to be like, man, those things really do get down.
Levi says he stayed door to door with a new NSX in his 350Z. Well, if that's the case, then my FD was faster than a new NSX.
So Joe is saying the G54B has made big power. Made 720. Rank or Frank? I don't know. Rank made 721 horsepower with a stock unported head and stock cast exhaust manifold with T4 flanges.
Oh, I'd have to see that. I'd have to see that to believe it because, you can't flow but so much to a peanut port in a cast iron, or an aluminum head. G4. It's rank.
It's rank.
Rank.
That's a horrible name. Why would somebody name their kid Rank?
You guys watch out, it's Rank. He's coming with his story on. He's awesome.
I am true to the G54. Unfortunately, I want to see how much I can get out of it.
Or the valves would have to be pretty big if it's flowing that much. Yeah. Are we talking like 454 valve or like a LS valve? I mean, size matters.
They're pretty decent size stock.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some somewhere, but I'm not gonna fish them out right now.
Got you.
Well,
just look up Relic on Instagram. I will. I'll check them out.
We're about 50 minutes in. Anything else you want to add before we end it? We got one thing. We got to try to make an event together at some point.
Yes, I think that'd be fantastic.
All right, here we go.
Collab stuff.
If you're watching this, you are not subscribed to S&R Motoring or build one more, you're failing us right now. You're failing us. Failing us. Subscribe, like, comment, share.
So
all of the above.
okay, so about 11 years ago, before like YouTube really got really big, we had a little group here in town called like Southwest Georgia Imports and Domestics, and I actually held a Toys for Tot event at a airstrip in Moultrie, Georgia. It's about 30 minutes from here. And yeah, it was really cool. Had the Marines out and all this kind of stuff. And I hadn't done one since. I done one year, had like 300 cars show up. It was wonderful trophies, all that kind of crap. And we filled up a whole 2,500 truck bed full of toys and donated them. So I think that's going to be the plan for the end of this year is to do something here in Thomasville at the fairgrounds. I'm going to try to host another Toys for Tots car show and get the word out there for it because I thought that was awesome. And if I can do that again, that'd be great. But as far as the middle of the year goes, we can do something, meet in the middle, or we'll come on to South Carolina, whatever. It sounds awesome,
Yeah. Sounds good. Joe says they are bigger than the LS1 valves.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to end it here. Again, thank you guys for joining us. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Scott, Randall, I appreciate it. Anytime, we usually got nothing going on at this point. Yeah. We're like midnight people, we go to bed like 1 a.m. and come to work the next morning like, what are we doing?
Just drink some coffee and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Why do I continue to live this way?
You guys are I'm at that constant state where like every morning I wake up like, oh, I'm going to bed early tonight. And then it's like 12:30, I'm like, whoa, I better call it,
Yeah. I saw a meme the other day. It's like I woke up tired 3 years ago or something like that, and I'm still tired.
It said, you can never catch up on your sleep. I assume it's one fast SOB because, I can't catch up for nothing.
No.
My wife asked me, oh, am I okay? I don't know if she's watching this or not. I told her to put it on the TV, but again, there's like no internet at my house, so she's probably seeing Minecraft versions of us. But yeah, fellas, I appreciate y'all having us on. It was awesome.
Talk more next time, Randall. I can only hear you. I see no movement. Just a little bit.
Randall's gonna have to come over to my house next time, I think.
Yeah, like we were talking about meeting up at Frank's place, and I was like, let's just meet in the middle at the shop. And then when I got here and the internet wasn't working, I was panicking. I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna have to go to your house. Hey, but you guys have a good night.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to talk to y'all before.
Take it easy. All right. Later. Bye. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Yes, Joe, definitely you got to get back down and hang out more than just in my garage. But yeah, we got to do something with Randall's internet there. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Check out all the links in the description. They'll be there tomorrow because I'm not going to do them tonight. And yeah, have a good night. Peace.